Welcome to Leadership from the Inside Out. By the time I left prison, after 12 years of incarceration, I had what I'm going to call a reputation. It actually wasn't a bad one. Many people leave prison with a pretty negative reputation. But if you were to go talk to, well, I don't know, I imagine anybody who knew me during my incarceration, they would have at least their rendition of what I was known for. And that came with a set of expectations that if I showed up on your unit, there were at least a couple of things that were going to happen. One of which was we were going to get some programs started. We were going to make sure that there were resources on that unit to effectively empower people for success to return to the community as contributing members. If there was already things going on, you could expect that I was going to participate in them and hopefully try to up-level them if at all possible. If there was nothing going on, I was going to be talking to administration and working to get things going, make things happen. And if they didn't want to, then I would just do it kind of on the side. You know, maybe we didn't have an official classroom or a whiteboard, but we could still provide tools. And the second expectation that anybody would have is they knew that I would be doing essentially all of that same type of work in the context of the Christian church services. Now, I tell you all of that, not because I'm attempting to brag on what I would do or the reputation I had, but because expectations are an important part of leadership. And I began to learn that while there were certain expectations surrounding my reputation, there were also expectations that needed to be clarified. In our last lesson, we talked about boundaries, but expectations are also important. Now, so far, I have shared the expectation people had of me. But as a leader, it's important that we clarify expectations that we have of others. It actually makes it a lot easier. See, because I knew the expectation of me, it wasn't difficult for me to step into those roles and to serve that community in that way. People expected I would do A, B, and C, and so it kind of just came naturally that within a couple of days or couple of weeks of me arriving in a place, I would start doing A, B, and C. The same thing is true of our staff. When we clarify expectations of them, if we expect D, E, and F, well, it's more natural for them to step into D, E, and F. I think of a review that I did of one of my staff members outside of prison, and after we did the review and I'd clarified some expectations, he looked at the page and he said, "Wow, this was much more of a go forth and do than I expected. This is good. I like this. I'm gonna make this happen." We clarified some expectations, we set some goals, and in so doing, it provided a natural atmosphere for this leader. I was working with another leader, so as the director, I was trying to empower somebody who also led others. It gave us the opportunity to make an impact. Expectations are important. They create a framework, they even create a foundation from which one can really make an impact. So, leadership lesson number 9, the value of expectations.